Right. I think we're almost settled. Perfect. All right. Good to see you all. Welcome back. Let me just get the recorder and we'll get moving. All right, everybody. Welcome. My name is Fausto Pugliese from Cybertree University. And before I get started, happy Passover, happy Easter, if anyone's celebrating. We got a couple of things going on in the market. We got a little bit down. It started coming up a little bit. We're going to talk about some stocks that are moving very well, but our main goal is not teaching you how to find them, but how to stop losing them. So we're going to talk about how to look at real-time orders and analyze in today's stock market. Now, just I'll ask a couple of questions. We're going to have some fun. We're going to simulate a little bit here. We're going to probably go about 45 minutes, and I'm going to tell you something. It's going to go fast because you're going to start seeing things that are going to make sense, and you're going to get so into it. But the key about today's event is that you have to ask questions. That is the most important thing. The more you ask questions, the more we learn, the better it is. Now, first of all, like I said, market's going to be closed tomorrow. For some of you don't know that due to the holidays. And like I said, I just want to wish everyone a happy Easter and a happy Passover in the meantime. Okay. Now, before we move on, quick little risk disclosure. We do have some instructors in here. I see Ahmad, you just ask a question and anything like that. So anything that questions that will be answered, like I said, I can't stop and answer all of them, but I will at the end. They'll be happy to answer them for you. But just quick little disclosure, just to let you know, this is strictly just educational purposes. I'm not making any guarantees or warranties. This is all strictly teaching you, how the market works. And hopefully you'll take it with a grain of salt and move on with us. Now, this is a couple of things we're going to learn. All right. We're going to talk about best stocks to trade in today's markets. We're going to talk about navigating the challenges of the high frequency trades, the algorithms. We're going to talk about something that is called level 3 and level 4, which some of you probably are stuck on just on level 1 quotes. So we're going to show you how that works, entries and exits, and how market makers and meaning brokerage firms, how they do tricks and traps in the trade, how you get suckered into trades, how do you get out of them, all that good stuff. Now, with that, let me just tell you a little bit about Cybertree University, and we'll get right into it. Okay, so I founded this company over 30 years ago, and we're one of the first educational schools in today's industry. We got a 5-star rating on Google over 30 years. We're endorsed by every brokerage firm. NASDAQ's one of them. TradeStation, Thinkorswim, and the purpose is that I'm a market maker. I started on Wall Street, and what happened with me was I didn't like split my profits after a while. So the only way I can continue is I had to educate. I had to educate people like you. And my goal today is this: I want to educate and show everyone how and why a lot of you are trading backwards. So at the end of this presentation, I'm going to hopefully get all of you to come and see it live in the market, so you could see, touch and feel, and see if other traders make money, because that's the key. You got to practice what you preach, and that's going to be the ultimate goal. But I'm not going to waste anyone's time. Okay, if you don't like what we have to teach or explain our style, there's no reason to continue. But we'll see how that goes when we start getting to a couple of more slides. So that's how I got started. There's a picture of Forbes, a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. I was one of those kids. And the funny part about that photo is those old monitors we used to trade on. But the thing is, a lot of you are trading backwards. You keep going out there and you look at the past, you're not looking at the future. Jeannie, yes. I was one of the prop trade. I was a prop trader. Where that's basically what I did back in the old days. But in today's times, you don't have to do that anymore. Okay. All right. So I have 2 families I want to share with you. You can see I have my lovely wife, Debbie. I got my 3 boys, Alex, Max, and Lucas, and I have my second family. And here at Cybertree University, we don't teach the masses. All right. We don't have 4,000 or 5,000 people in my room. If I want to, I could, but that doesn't help you. So don't take this with a grain of salt. A lot of you really don't qualify to trade. Okay. But hopefully after today, we'll see if that's going to really be something you want to do. And we'll hopefully, if everything works out, maybe you'll be part of our family, here at Cybertree University, because we trade like a team. So if you're a team player, that's what it's all about. So why are we here? Okay, that's really the ultimate goal. And everyone's going to probably agree it's to make money. All right. But that is absolutely false. You are not here to make money. You are here to stop losing it. That's what everyone's issue is. Everyone likes to talk about winners. Everybody likes to talk about, hey, look what I trade. Hey, look at this stock. Look how I hate egos. That's telling me how much better I am than you. Do you really want that? How could you actually be that good at it? The goal is you want to make sure you don't make those mistakes. Someone has to be the adult in the room, right? And you, when you have children, you don't just let your kids go run wild, because you know where they'll end up being. You can't just let somebody drive a car without teaching them how to drive. That's what it's all about. And that's why you have to learn before you can earn. So let's talk about a couple of stocks that are moving, because they're actually moving again today. Did anyone here trade any? Did anybody here trade any of the AI stocks? They were moving great today, by the way. You hear so much about them. Now, it's just a specific industry that just kind of caught some wind in the market the last couple of days. No one here traded it. Charles, you never traded it. Dan, Dex, I see a whole bunch of people. Don. Now we're starting to get people chatting back. Listen, this is a live webinar. This is not some of these fake recordings, okay, everybody? So just listen, I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to quiz you and all that. All right. So you could see how these stocks made some big moves. All right. Big pops, GFAI. By the way, that stock moved unbelievable today too. This is actually that was actually a couple of days ago. This is actually this morning. Okay. The stock, you can see what it did this morning. Look what happened. Stock went from $9 this morning, $9 in less than an hour. It went to 14. AI went from $20 this morning to 10:30 to almost $23. These are the things that you have to look at. Now, your question is this: how do we find them? Which is, Kathleen, what you're asking. And most importantly, why did they go up? So let me ask everybody a dumb question. Why did these stocks go up? What made them go higher? Let's see how some of you answer this question. Mara, okay, you're right. Hi, you're right. Okay. Jenny, you're right. Larry, you're right. Oh, so you're telling me, all right, now for the ones that are not answering, so you're telling me it's not because of a moving average, a Bollinger Band, an RSI. What else is that pretty cool? Oh, a MACD, right? So you're telling me it has nothing to do with this. It was all about buyers and sellers. Well, congratulations. You are 1000% correct. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to get rid of this crap of these indicators and all this confusion, these beautiful colors, and we're going to get right to the source. And the source is what's driving them up? The KISS method. Keep it super simple, and then obviously following the orders. So big thing about trading is, I don't know about what kind of trader you are, but like I'm an actual day trader. I don't know if any of you ever met one, but I am one of the original SOS traders back in the early 90s. I know one of you just mentioned earlier about prop trading. That's basically what we do here on Wall Street. Now, somebody be like, ooh, I don't want to day trade. I heard that's scary. I mean, it's risky. No, it's actually the least risky. You know what's risky? Options. You know what's risky? Swing trading. Because if you hold an overnight position, these things can get crushed. See, because what happened in AI, look what ends up happening. You hold for a couple of days, it goes from 34 down to 21. All right. That's where you get yourself in trouble. GFAI, great run up. Look what happened. It goes from 22 down to 9, like that. You understand? And how you've known if it was going to continue to go up, like what most of you said, find the buyers. How did you know it was going to go down? Follow the sellers. That's how you trade in today's market. Now, listen, that's just the flavor of last week and this week. Every week it changes. The week before that, what was it before that? The stocks, remember? All those bank stocks, what was it? Wall and KeyBank and, Paco West and what was the other one? Republic Bank, all the California stocks, right? It's always a new adventure every day. But you just got to know what's driving them up and what drives them down. And that's how you become a good trader. Because let me explain something to you. You don't need a lot of money to do this to make it a very successful career. Now, one of you asked a very valuable question and you say, okay, how can I find these trades? And believe me, it's not as hard as you think. You want to know what my crystal ball is? The big percentage gainers and losers. How many of you here have a big percentage in gainers and losers? Anybody here have it? Some of you are like, well, you know, so many stocks. I don't know which one to carry. Marana, you have it? Okay, good. Jenny, you have it? Good, good. Well, the thing is this. I don't care what I trade. And I don't think you should care either. You know what you do care? You should care about risking the least amount of money as possible with the high amount of reward. That's what it comes down to it. So when you come into my trading room, all these stocks that you see right here, I'm going to show you how to find them and which one is going to be the least risky that if you're on the wrong side is going to give you the less harm. Because all of them are doing well. It's just which one is moving. Now, does anybody have an alert system? Anybody use any alert systems? Okay, well, let me tell you what my alert system is going to be. When you come into my trading room, we have a Twitter feed, a YouTube feed, Instagram, an alert service. So everybody here, if you want to be able to monitor and see what we get in and out of it, we're going to give you access for free. Okay. Why? Because you know what? Everyone wants to charge something, right? But to me, I'm like, listen, you need to do your homework. You need to see, like, is this guy really for real? And does he know what he's talking about? And does these things really move? Because that's where it comes down to it. Listen, I've been doing this for 30 years. Okay. And trading is about a 90% failure rate. You're actually doing yourself a disservice to get into this industry. You're like, why would I get into a business which is such a big failure rate? Well, the reason why it's such a failure rate is because who really trained you? You understand? Did anyone tell you when the best times and the worst times to trade? Did anybody tell you which brokerage firms run one stock versus another? Did anybody tell you what makes a spread so big and so small? You know, did anyone ever coach you and review your journals and told you that you shouldn't have been in this trade, but you should have focused more on that one? These are the things that are going to make things differently. Does this training have any? No, we don't give certifications. I don't know why you keep asking that question, Ahmad. We don't give certifications when it comes to trading. Okay. If you want to do that, you go to Harvard, dish out about 300,000-400,000. All right. Okay. So the thing is this: indicators, everything else. You know, the big thing is we're going to follow the big orders. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get into the education part of it. I'm going to show you what makes these stocks go up and go down the way they do. Now, the biggest thing you have to understand is this. You got level 3 quotes and you got level 4 quotes. We're going to talk about that. When you start to see level 3, you guys are going to fall off your socks. When you see level 4, that's when you fall off your chair and you're going to be like, and by the way, get your phone ready. Get your phone ready right this soon, because in another couple of minutes, I'm going to tell you how to scan something with your camera to get into the trading room. All right. Let's start off with something called NASDAQ Book Viewer. Now, this is on the NASDAQ exchange. I was actually there yesterday. I was talking to their developers about redesigning it. And this is how NASDAQ does their trades. Does anybody here have NASDAQ Book Viewer? That's going to be my first question. Actually, do I have a poll that I could do here? Let me see. I got a poll. I love doing polls. Okay, yeah, I do. Here we go. There's a poll. All right, let me launch a poll right here. Does anybody have NASDAQ Book Viewer? Just give me a yes or no in that. It's only, I don't want to go over the pricing right now, but let me just see how some of you answer this question. All right. So with that said, let's think about this for a second. What you're about to see is where probably more than 50% of the volume is being taking place right now. Think about it. 50% of the orders that go on in today's market, you're going to see it. Basically, you have a seat on the exchange. All right. Now, when I started to buy seed on exchange, it costed a couple of $1 million. You know what it costs today? $15. Now, is anybody here willing to buy a seed on the exchange for 15 bucks? Anybody here want to pay $15 for it? You have a seat on the exchange. I mean, you could see all the buyers, all the sellers, all that stuff. All right. First of all, let me put it this way. Let me share the results. Look how many of you do not have BookViewer. So let me just put it in perspective, because I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to waste my staff time. If you don't want to spend $15 that we paid millions of dollars back in the past, back in the 90s and 2000, if you don't want to spend $15 on to have a seat on the exchange, do yourself a favor right now. Start interviewing stockbrokers and get out of the trading business. Just get out of the trading business. You are wasting your time. Okay. Why would you not want to have a seat on the exchange? Now, the NASDAQ is giving you that access. What more do you need to see? All right. And I'll tell you where to get it. But before we do that, let me explain to you why it's so valuable. Okay. So over here, let me get my crayons really quick. Where's my crayons? There you go. Okay. So here are your buyers and here are your sellers. So what you're seeing is every buyer and every seller. Now, whoever wants to buy the stock for the most amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to buy for less money is down at the bottom. Same thing for the sell side. Whoever wants to sell their stock is up on top. Whoever wants to sell for more money, it's the bottom. This is the price they want to buy it for. This is the amount of shares they want to buy. And this is how many orders make up those shares. So you are seeing every single buyer around the entire world that are looking to trade AI right now. Is that amazing? Like, think about that. Is phenomenal. How could you not see that? Right? So let me clear this out and let me move on and show you a little bit more. How do we utilize this data? Okay. So let's think about this for a second. AI came all the way down and it stopped right here around 24.50. Does everybody see that? Okay. Why did it stop at this price right here and decided to go up? Because it's not because of Fibonacci said so. It wasn't because of MACD said so. It's not because of your program trading said so. It was because on the exchange, on the NASDAQ, when you get down to 24.50, there was 33,000 shares looking to be bought at that price. Now, there are buyers at every single price, right? 200, 400. But when you got down to 24.50, that's where you had probably about, what was that, 30, 40 times the average order out there at that price. Now, remember what you said earlier. How do stocks go up and go down? Buyers and sellers. You are now officially seeing the buyers and you are now officially seeing the sellers on the exchange. Now, how much smarter and better trading decisions would you make by seeing those orders? I think you probably do a lot better. Okay. Now, let's move on. Look at another example. A couple of questions coming across here. How does this show only passive buyers and sellers or aggressive ones? Well, we didn't get there yet. How about that? Okay. Is it $15 for all stocks or just crypto? No, we're not talking crypto, Jenny. This is specifically just stock trading. Okay. Now let's look at why a stock would go down. So here's a stock, ENVX. It goes from a price of $12.70, shoots up to $13.50. And you could see it at $12, $12.30. Never wanted to break this price of $13.50. And then finally it comes down. You ever own a stock and like, damn it, why is it going down now? How did I not see that? Well, if you looked over here on the sell side on the NASDAQ exchange, you will notice you'll have a 43,000 share seller out there. Kind of makes sense. I mean, because I don't think a 400 share seller is going to push it down, maybe not even a 1,600. But when you look at all those orders and you see that you're coming up to something that is almost 30, 40, 50 times more of the average orders out there at a specific price at $13.50, yeah, I think it's going to go down. Okay. Because like what we said, how do stocks go up and go down? buyers and sellers. Guess what, fellow traders? What you're seeing now, buyers and sellers. Did I lose anybody? Did I lose anybody yet? Just give me a yes or no. Just want to make sure I'm following along. We're getting, well, you know what? I'm a little insulted. I'm a little insulted. Okay. Let me tell you why. We got almost 100 people in here. All right. And Keith, I didn't hear from you. Michael, I didn't hear from you. Snapper, I didn't hear from you. Why are you guys not answering? I mean, like, listen, do you want to learn and understand something? Listen, don't take it in the wrong way. Thank you very much, Wolfgang. I appreciate it. I want to make sure you guys are listening because I'm not here for my health. I'm here to help you. You know, I've been doing this for so many years and that I do so much public speaking that when I look at an audience and I look at all your faces and here you are just starving for education. I mean, you made the time to show up here. So did I. Answer the question. You know what the best thing that could happen? You answer it wrong. And I would be the one and my staff will be the one to tell you, hey, you did it wrong. That's all. All right. No problem. Snapper's listening. All right, Snapper. Good job. All right. Let's talk about stocks that are taking a fall. You ever own a stock and it's tanking and like, oh, what do I do? I'm like, do I take the loss now? Do I sell it? And sometimes you ride the stock so low that you can't even afford to even take a loss. Well, the goal is this. What makes a stock stop? Buyers. Let's look at this AI trade. You know, listen, it's up, it's down, it's going all over the place, but the goal is what stops it from going up and going down? Buyers. And when you look over here, without even looking at history or past or anything else, you'll notice that right here, you got a buyer at 21.34. So what do you think happens when you got to 21.34? Boom, the stock goes up. Jenny, we're going to talk about level 4 in the next few minutes, okay? Because I know you keep asking that question. We didn't get there yet. All right, that's the second part we're going to talk about next. Right now, my goal, Jenny, and everyone that's here, is that some people don't even know this even exists, okay? Really, I mean, let me tell you some insider information. I was at NASDAQ yesterday, okay? I am one of their speakers. By the way, if you go to, let me just show you something. If you go to our website, let me bring this up and show you. If you go on our website right here, you can watch videos. Like I'm actually one of their experts that come in and teach you this stuff. You know what they said to me yesterday? They're like, Fausto, I don't know if we could really continue with this book viewer because a lot of people are not even looking at it. And I just don't understand why no one would want to use this have a seat on the exchange. And you know what their argument is? Their argument is that the people that are buying it are the brokerage firms, but people like you are not. And you know why? You know what I told them? Is because you people are not educated enough to know the value of it. Not enough people are talking about it. But here now you're starting to listen in like, my God, how do I not have this? I mean, that's all it costs? Why would I not have a seat on the exchange? So the thing is, when you're starting to look at stocks and want to know why they bounce off support or when to take a resistance level on Oscar, and knowing that you're coming up to a 54,000 share seller and a 17,000 share seller with 17 different orders around the world, hopefully that explains it. Because if you don't have that game plan, that's how you end up taking big losses. Now, these are what we call iceberg orders. I came up with that word after watching the movie Titanic. Okay. So yes, you can get it in UK. You can get it anywhere in the world. I'm actually going to tell you how to get it right from NASDAQ. Okay. Do I have it up here? No, I don't. Okay. So let me give you the link. I thought I had the link up there. I don't know why we took it down, but it's, let me give you the link right now. Okay. So here's the website right here. This is the NASDAQ's website. So everyone just click on this link right here. And basically this is how you subscribe to it. You could see it's $15. I don't think anyone here is professional. Professional means that you're a stockbroker or you're registered, which I don't think most of you are. But right there is 15. That's how you get it. Okay. All right. So let's talk about a couple other things. All right. Now, some people always ask me about, are they fake orders? How do you know they're real? Whatever it is. Listen, if you think they're fake, when I invite you into my trading room, I'll find some of these orders and we'll use your money. You tell me how fake they are. I always love to say that. I say in every webinar, and hopefully you'll see what I mean. Now, let's talk about something called level 4. Okay. Now, if you thought level 3 was pretty cool, wait till you see level 4. So this is basically level 3 right here. Okay. Oops, right here. This is level 3 right here. And this is level 4. So here's your 3 and here's your 4. All right. Now, 3 you could see is a lot of numbers. So kind of sometimes some of us get a little confused. They say it moves too fast, whatever it is. But now we're going to implement it on a heat map. Okay. Now, let me just clear this out and change the slide here. So what's nice about this is that level 4 is going to give us a consistency on how long that trader's been out there for. And, and also you could see the more predominant iceberg orders than at other different price levels. So as much as you might see buyers and sellers at one price, you could see it and say, wow, this guy's been out there since 9 o'clock this morning and he's been here till 4. No wonder why. And he's still out there and he got executed and never went down and so on. So let me show you an example. Like here we're looking at Amazon, right? So you see this big red line right here? That red line makes up over 141,000 shares. Now there are buyers at 5,000, 900, 2,000, and you're coming up to this 14,000 share seller and another 58,000 at 100. So what does that become? A resistance, right? That's going to resist them going higher, big sellers. But there are times where resistance levels get broken and you want to know why. And the big reason why is because what happens if somebody bought it from that person? That could happen. You see stocks break resistance levels all the time. So when you want to try to figure out what a breakout is, that is a breakout. So, and I'm not trying to contradict what I'm saying about support and resistance levels, buyers and sellers, but if you want to know how stocks break a resistance, you got to remember that resistance was an order that was probably in the past and is now in the future. And then, or maybe that order that was in the past is not in the future anymore. But in this situation, he was, and that's what drives the stock to go higher. Just like we're looking at Coinbase right here. Here's a stock that took a nice little run from 65 up to 68. And you could see how it came right back down to 66. And all of a sudden, you see this little red line starting to show up. Somebody all decided around, I don't know, 10:10, I want to sell 48,000 shares, right? And guess what? You think you're the only one that sees that? Because a lot of you aren't, but the street does. And guess what ends up happening? 59,000 becomes another 17,000. And then you have a stock that goes from $68 down to 64. And you're sitting there wondering, what made this stock go up? It was a great news on it. The stock was awesome, everything. Well, I'm going to ask everybody this question. How much smarter and better trading decisions if you were able to see these big block iceberg orders? I mean, like, are you trading 70,000 shares of a $68 stock? I don't think so. I don't think you're putting $3 million into a stock, but I sure damn well wish I knew who was, and you're not seeing it. You see what I'm saying? This is why people fail in trading. They go out there and they try to watch orders, they try to do things on their own, and they try to be self-taught. Well, it's time to stop being and pretending to be a trader. And it's time to start treating it and doing it right. And what I want to do is I want to invite all of you to come into my trading room and to see if this stuff really does work and if it does make sense. Because the best thing that's going to happen to you is that you're going to find out that you should have never did your trades before. And maybe this is not for something for you to do. And you know what? That's okay. How many times have you been so gung-ho, you wanted to go buy something, and then you finally go out there and you're like, you know, it's not really what I thought it was. And actually, I'm glad I didn't lock myself into something. So, but then there's some people like, damn, this is what I want. But now that I know this exists, oh my God, now this changed my whole life. It's a totally different ball game. That's what I want. That's the kind of experience I want you to have. And that's the experience why Cybertree University has been endorsed by almost every brokerage firm in the industry, because we go out there and we work with them and we train their students so they know what they're doing, because training someone is a lot of work. I don't know. Does anyone here have kids that go to, anyone have children? Anyone has sent their kids to school, to college? Forgot school, you have no choice, but anyone go to college? Oh, I have two boys, right? And I had one of my oldest son was dying to go to the school. Dying. He says, oh, I got to go there. I got to go there. I got to go there. After the first semester, he says, Dad, I can't take this anymore. This is the worst place in the world I've ever been at. Right. And I said, well, you didn't go look at the other ones. Okay. You wanted to go this one. Your heart was sold on this one. You didn't give the other ones a chance. Then when we finally looked around, he was the happiest person ever. He actually didn't want to leave. Okay. We couldn't even get him home for the holidays. He was having so much fun. He was learning and everything else. And he ended up being the top of his class, you know? So you see, education is very important to us. But you got to make sure it's something that you get, but you can't go out there and try to do it on your own. Now on question in general, what is the define of level 1 and level 2? Okay. So that's a great question. Let me bring this up to you and show you what you're seeing. So right here, let me bring up a small version of your screen. So what you're looking at right here, this is called level 2 quotes, okay? So level 1 is right up on top. This is level 1. You're just seeing the best bid and the best offer. These are the buyers and these are the sellers. This is level 2. But on level 2, you're seeing all different exchanges and what the stock is trading at that exchange. What you're not seeing is who's at that exchange and who else is looking to buy below it. That's the big difference. Does that make sense? You see how, like, all of a sudden your brokerage firm might be offering, oh yeah, we got real-time quotes. Oh yeah, we got level 2. It's garbage. Totally waste of time. It's not telling you anything. And that's why you got to have the right tools. Well, Raymond, that's a great question. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. We didn't get there yet, but thanks for sharing that. Okay. I'm going to invite you to come and see it live. All right. Now, this is basically the trading room. It's actually, we run all day long. All right. And hold on one second here. Here's our trading room right now. This is the live trading room. We're actually right now, just to show you what we got going on, they're all trading and they're looking at a stock called SCLX. And you could see our instructors, our C2 staff. You could see all our traders down here. You'll be a part of this list right here. We're very, very selective who we let in here. Okay. Listen, if I want to have 4,000 or 5,000 people in here, I could do that. I don't want to have 4,000 or 5,000 people. You don't want to be in there. So this is a very exclusive room, and you're going to see how we're going to vet who's allowed in there and who's not allowed in there. But everything that you talked about, how to find all that stuff and the traders, we're going to talk about that. Now, couple of questions, and I want to answer some questions. Dan, I'll get to your question in the next moment. Okay. Here's a couple of questions people ask. How much money do I need to start? Well, let me tell you how much you need. 0. All you need before you go out of your way and buy these fancy computers, these monitors, this brokerage firm account, you don't need any of that stuff right now. What you need right now is you need to see if this is for you or not. If you could understand it, if it's too fast, if it's too slow, I don't know where it is. That's so basically money-wise, you don't need anything. And you also do not need a brokerage firm account. If you have one, that's great. Okay. But don't go out of your way. You don't need to start off. That's the worst thing that can happen. That's like saying, let me go buy a car and you didn't even learn how to drive it yet. We know how that story is going to end. So this is what I'm asking. Everybody have their phone? Okay. Take your phone right now, and I want you to scan that QR code right there right now. And if you don't, I'm going to post a link right now in the trading room. This is what I'm asking for. $9 to do a trial. $9. Let me tell you why. We could have you come in for free. And we did it in the past couple of weeks. It was a disaster. All right. It was a complete disaster. You know what? We're not looking for free people, because unfortunately, if somebody's looking for free stuff, that's all they're going to get. To go into this business to trade, I just told you, you could go to NASDAQ, pay $15. And you know what? I can almost guarantee you that half of you didn't click on that link. Maybe because you're here or you're not ready yet. If you want to get in this in the market, listen, when you turn on the TV, what do they talk about every day? The stock market, inflation, you know what I mean? The dollar. This affects you every day. So what I'm looking for is serious traders. And this is the guarantee I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you not one day, but I'm going to give you 1 week in my trading room. Because you know what? Maybe one day is not enough. Maybe you had to leave and go to the doctor or whatever it is. So I'm going to give you 1 week. And at the end of that week, if you're not satisfied, I'll give you $9 back. Money back guarantee. I don't need the scrutiny. I don't need anything. I'm just looking for traders I could trade with. Now, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get the trading room. You're going to get the alert service. You're going to get weekly. We're going to do a weekly watch lists. You're going to get workshops. Okay, we're going to teach you how to use level 3, level 4, level 1, level 2. You're going to get all this cool stuff. Okay, because I want to make sure that you're making the right decision before you go out there and do this. And also, you're going to get hundreds of hours of our library. We're going to throw that in there. This is all for $9. $9. That's all it is. And you know what? At the end of the week, if you're not satisfied, I'll give you your $9 back, guaranteed. I'm just looking for real traders. This is not a scam. This is not anything else. Doing this for 30 years. Okay, I'm just looking for serious traders. Now, as a bonus, you could go to Amazon. You could buy my #1 bestseller, How to Beat Market Makers at Their Own Game, published by Wiley, one of the most prestigious publishing companies in the industry. Costs $45. I'll give it to you for $9. It's part of the deal. $9. I'm throwing that in there. Okay, all of that. Now, I'm going to do one more bonus, okay? Just one more. If you register right now, you have the opportunity to get a free coaching class with me on the phone. That's right, me personally. Now, some people ask, why would Fausto, big guru, very well known in the trading community on TV, why would he pick up the phone? I could talk to the president of the company. Yes, I'll tell you why. Because I want to make sure that if you're going to move forward, that you're going to be the right fit for us. Because let me tell you, I don't want anybody part of our trading room if we feel that you're not the right fit. Look at me as being your doctor. I'm not going to do surgery on you just to make money off you. Okay? Because God forbid something ends up happening. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of my time. Now, I want to do a couple of shout outs really quick because I got a bunch of people that just registered right now. All right. Hadi, I guess you were the one that was always chatting away. You didn't waste any time, did you? You got registered. Welcome aboard. Look forward to teaching you. Casley, got your registration. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Elizabeth just got your registration. Welcome aboard. All right. Now, does anyone have any questions whatsoever? Any questions? A couple of them came up here across here. When could I start? So that's a good question. No one can get into the trading room until we do a walkthrough. You can talk to my staff. They're going to show you what's going on, because when you go in there, you're going to be totally like confused. You're like, okay, what do I do? Where do I look? We want you to have a very good experience. And we'll just got to talk to our staff, make an appointment. You can be on the phone with about 5 minutes. We'll walk you through your portal page, show you where the videos are, and just enjoy it. You know, and like I said, at the end of the week, it's not your style, we'll give you money back. Okay. But I probably recommend, remember the market's closed tomorrow due to Good Friday, but you could probably start on Monday. You know, I mean, listen, let me explain something to you. It's fresh in your mind. Start right away. Don't wait. I got to talk to my wife. I got my husband. It's $9 effing. That's all it is. And that could change your life. And there's only way to find out. A couple of people also registered right now. I got, who is this? Vilmer R-A-R-E. I got your registration. Who else? I just got someone else just came in here. Marina signed. It's got your registration. Just show you that right here. These are all the people that just registered right here. It's getting the registration. Someone just bought, you know, one of the courses, but yeah, everybody's registering. Just click on that link. Do you have a link for the recording presentation, Sam? Yes. So at the end of this presentation, we will give you the recording to it. But what do you need the recording for? What do you want to watch? Sam, just pay the $9 to get in the room for a week and get hundreds of hours of recordings. How about that? Okay, let me make it easy for you. Listen, I love what I do. I have a passion to it, but I hate seeing people lose money. It's the worst thing in the world to see some of you go out there, jump into these trades. You know what we want you to do? We want you to go out there and we want you to see other traders that they're making money in the trading room. And most importantly, we want you to see how they control their losses. Your biggest issue is you don't know how to stop taking losses, you know? And everyone out there, they just don't, and they don't know what to trade with. They're trading by themselves. They're in the basement. You know what I mean? Like, read the book. It's a fast read. Okay. I did that on purpose. You're going to see the lifestyle of what it's like to be a trader, what you're supposed to do, what you need to do, how to become very successful. It's not really that much to ask. A couple other people just registered. Chase, I just got your registration. Yolanda got your registration. Welcome aboard. Debbie got your registration from Chicago. Welcome aboard. All right, good. Thank you very much. Jenny has a question. I did not get my one-on-one with you from last week. Can I get another one this week? Yes, Jenny. You know what? Talk to your education advisor. Okay, talk to your education advisor, and like I said, listen, I'm very busy. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't know what had happened, whatever it is. There's only so many hours I can give up because I trade my traders. So just get a hold of them and they'll figure something out for you. Okay. And let you know what my schedule. And if you don't be able to talk to me, you can talk to one of the other instructors too. Raymond just got your registration. Moniz, M-O-N-I-Z. Sorry about that. Just got your registration. All right. Snapper, I saw you chatting. I didn't see you register yet. Tim, like, listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you. You can go to NASDAQ, pay $15, or you can come here, pay $9, see what it's like before you go spend the $15, right? So the thing is, why not go out there and see how Wall Street traders trade, have a seat on the exchange, and start from somewhere? Because that's why we're here, right? Listen, how many of you here trade options? How many trade options? Raise your hand. Actually, I'll do a poll. How about that? Because I don't want you guys hurt your fingers. All right, you're typing. There we go. Here, I'm going to launch something really quick. It won't let me launch it. All right. Well, I guess that ends that. Something happened over here with that launch. Okay, because I guess I'm on the last slide. You do. Okay, so regarding about options, let me ask you something. What makes an option move? It's the movement of the stock. Think how much smarter and better trading decisions if you just knew how to trade the stock, which is black and white, and then you know what options to trade. How many of you here swing trade? How do you think things turn into a swing trade? It happens over the course of the day. You see, so if you knew what happened over the course of the day, then you'd be like, you know what? This stock looks like a good swing trade now. It's starting to trend up. It's doing well. See, it all starts from the beginning. And the beginning is, if you know how to day trade, you'd be that much better at a swing trade. And then a swing trade turns into an option trade. Okay. Now, very, very important, fellow traders. The ones that are registering, you'll notice you have a questionnaire. We ask 5 very important questions. Please let us know who trained you. All right. So we want to make sure that we have an idea what kind of style you have. Do you have level 3 or level 4 quotes? What broker you have. Let me tell you, 80% of the brokers out there will not give you the right access to have a seat on the exchange. Some of them do, you just didn't have it set up properly. So let us know exactly who you have with so we can go from there. A couple other, Ernie just got your registration. Just reading them up over here. See 2 of you just registered right now. Ernie, it's got your registration. Haas, Ron, just got your registration right here. Was that Beach Champ? Okay, just got your registration. Welcome aboard. All right. My fingers are okay. I trade options, Keith is saying. Keith, it's good to see you. Keith's actually one of my students. Keith Anderson, that's you, right? I always remember him because my best friend from high school, his name was Keith Anderson. Miss Jenny just got your registration. Welcome aboard. There you go. There you are, Jenny. Is that you? Finally got your registration. Welcome aboard. All right. So there you go. There you got the QR code, guys. Listen, level 3, level 4, follow the money. Know the iceberg orders. See what's moving. Look, they got one stock that's moving great right now. Look at this stock right here. Look what they're trading, pushing up towards $3. Look at my instructors telling you. SOUN. Look at this gorgeous stock. Since 1240, the stock literally ran. Let me bring it up here on another chart. Look how nice this stock is moving. Probably want to see it here, probably a little bit better. Look at this thing. It just ran from 270 to almost 290. If you bought 1,000 shares of that stock, guess what? You made $200. That's a hell of a good deal than spending $9. It paid for itself. Yep, SOUN. It's moving up nicely. You can see how traders have been watching it. They're also looking at Sabi. Right now is a slow time of the market in the middle of lunchtime. That's why we do these events right now. But let me tell you, there's been a lot of good action. There was actually one stock. Before we go, I want to show you one stock that was trading yesterday, which was like ridiculous. Hold on, let me show you one good stock that was unbelievable yesterday. Did you guys see this stock yesterday? SUXI. This stock at 130 ran from $9 to $17 in about 2 hours. You could have came in late. You could have got our alerts. I'll even show you the alerts. Look, here's our alerts right here. Here's our alerts right here. This is from yesterday. That was this morning. You can see right here. There's the watch list. And you can see here how we kind of bring it up. We talked about the stocks that got halted. What moved, what came up. See right here, you can see the halts. There's another stock that moved, ATNF. All of them. They're right there. All these alerts you're going to get. All right. So, all right, listen, I can't convince anyone anymore if you haven't registered yet. So we're going to close out. Couple of quick little shout outs. Troy got your registration. Welcome aboard. This I just saw just come in. And Albert just got your registration. Congratulations. Look forward to seeing you in the trading room. All right. So anyway, listen, if you haven't registered, I understand. Maybe you're not ready yet. Maybe you got to think about it. Okay. Maybe you're getting ready to go to, Easter vacation, whatever it is. But that's okay. We're not going anywhere. But hopefully maybe down the road if you are. But if you are registered, listen, very important for everyone that had registered. You're all going to get an education advisor. You probably got an email already. Book your appointment immediately. Do not procrastinate. Okay. Do the walkthrough, get into that trading room. And then all we want you to do is watch. Okay. Don't buy anything. Don't do anything. Your goal is this. You do not want to judge us on our winners. You want to judge us on our losers. Okay. And you want to see how we get out of them and how we control them, because that's everyone's biggest problem. All right. So thanks for watching, everybody. Look forward to seeing you in the trading room. Happy Passover and happy Easter for everyone who's celebrating. And we'll see you next week. And don't forget, markets close tomorrow. Thanks for listening, everybody. Happy trading and be safe.